our gratitude. Open our minds to good gifts and fill us with the spirit of understanding. Help us focus to the kingdom of the Lord and apply it with kindness and compassion. Here's the praise in His name. Amen. You may now take your seats. Class monitor, please take charge of the activities for the day, and I would like that I will take. So good morning, my dear students.
Good morning, Mom.
How are you today?
Good. Fine.
All right, good to know. By the way, class, for us to have a smooth discussion later on, let us first read our classroom rules. Can you read, everyone?
Listen when others are speaking. Involve, participate, and do your part. Treat everyone with kindness and respect. Engage in learning and stay on task. Responsible. Be responsible for your choices and actions. Always bring a positive attitude.
Very good. Now, can you please pick up some pieces of papers around your chairs and arrange your chairs properly. All right. Now let's give ourselves a very good clap. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Very good, very good, very good.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Very good, very good, very good.
But before we move on, class, for our discussion for today, let us first have a quick energizer called Freeze Light Up. Are you ready?
Yes!
For this activity, class, I will say different characters, animals, and situations. And once you hear them or you see them on the screen, you must quickly freeze and act like them using your body movements and facial expressions. You should remain frozen until I say relax. So for example, when I say freeze like a dog, you will freeze like a what?
No.
Alright, so I believe that you already
Each group will receive the assigned materials. Match each picture with the correct sentence. Identify each pair as real or make-believe. Paste and label your answers on the manila paper. Complete the activity within 4 minutes. The first group to finish will receive extra points.
Okay, is the instructions clear?
Yes!
Alright, now we have here the set of pictures, sentences, and the answers, as well as the manila paper. So it is very clear that you're only given, what? How many minutes? 4. Very good. So I believe that you could accomplish your task within 4 minutes, class. Don't forget to paste your answer if you're done, alright? Your timer starts now. Now you can paste your answers here in front. Very good. Now let us give ourselves another very good clap. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Very good, very good, very good. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Very good, very good, very good. Okay, great job everyone. So additional points for the group 1 for finishing the activity within the given time. But also, great job group 2 for doing your best and doing the output. So everyone, now I'd like to hear how did you come up, or could you share how did you come up with the ideas that you have given to answer these activities? Anyone from the class? How did you match the picture, the answer, and the situation? How did you identify it? Anyone from the class? Anyone? Miss Joyshin, can you share how did you identify your groups, the answers for our activity?
Well, we identified it based on its possibility of happening in real life. Like for example, if it's real, then it's possible that it will happen in real life. Whereas it's make believe, then it's like a fantasy. It's not possible to happen.
Exactly. The given pictures really said it all. If whether the pictures are made or fake or not real, or real rather. Great job, everyone. Those are great ideas that you have shared during our activity. Now I will give the floor to Ma'am Puraha for further elaboration. This morning, we will going to read a short story and you will going to practice to identify which part or which statement is facts and opinion and which statement is real and imaginations. Am I clear with this part, class?
Yes, Mom.
But before we move on, let us first read our learning objectives. And in 3, 2, 1, read.
At the end of the discussion, students are expected to define fact, opinion, reality, and fantasy using their own words. Show honesty by verifying information before accepting or sharing it as fact. And actively participate in group activities by classifying statements and creating a short story that shows fact, opinion, fantasy, and reality.
Alright, this is the goal that we hope to attain at the end of our lesson. Now, are you up into another activity, class?
Yes!
But before that, let know the author of the story. We have here the author of the story. It is Hazel, and believed to have lived in ancient Greece around 620 to 764 BCE. He is a famous storyteller known for writing Aesop's fables, short story with moral lessons. Historians believe he was born as a slave but later gained freedom because of his intelligence. His stories often use animals as the characters to teach good values and life lessons. His fables are still popular today and are widely used in schools around the world. Am I clear?
Yes.
Now again, are you having some activity class?
Yes.
Alright. Now, I have here a story, The North Wind and the Sun by Aesop. And in this story or in this task, you will going to identify which statement is fact and opinion, and whether the statement is real or just an imagination class, right? So to make it clear, we have our instructions. Students will read The North Wind and the Sun carefully from beginning to end. Students will identify which statements are facts and which are opinions. Students will also determine which parts of the story show reality, which show fantasy. Students will use data from the story to explain their answer. Okay, now I want you to read the story. Then you listen, everyone, in 3, 2, 1, read.
The North Wind and the Sun by Aesop. Once the wind and the sun had an argument. I am stronger than you, said the wind. No, you are not, said the sun. Just at that moment, they saw a traveler walking across the road. He was wrapped in a shawl. The sun and the wind agreed that whoever could separate the traveler from his shawl was stronger. The wind took the first turn. He blew with all his might to clear the traveler's shawl from his shoulders. But the harder he blew, the tighter the traveler gripped the shawl to his body. The struggle went on till the wind's turn was over. Now it was the sun's turn. The sun smiled warmly. The traveler felt the warmth of the smiling sun. Soon he let the shawl fall open. The sun smile grew warmer and warmer, hotter and hotter. Now the traveler no longer needed his shawl. He took it off and dropped it on the ground. The sun was declared stronger than the wind.
Alright, now since you already read the story, I want you to get a piece of paper for you to write your answer. I will give you 4 minutes to complete the task that I'm giving you. And after 4 minutes, I will collect all your paper tasks. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you may now start answering based on the story. Okay, time's up, class. Finish or not finish? Pass your paper. Okay, thank you. How about this table? Can I have your paper? Now, did you really understand the story, class?
Yes.
Now, let's analyze the first story. From the story, what happened between the wind and the sun? Yes, Miss Grace. The wind and the sun argued who was stronger. Yes, absolutely. Based on the story, the wind and the sun argued if who is stronger between them, right? Yes. Right. Thank you for that answer, Miss Grace. Let's give Miss Grace a very good good. The wind is very strong. That makes the traveler feel cold. So he held his shawl tightly to make himself feel warm and protected. Okay, thank you for that answer, Miss Hannah. Let's give Miss Hannah a nice clap. Do you know what is nice clap? Yeah. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. N-I-C-E, nice, 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 nice. How did the sun manage to make the traveler remove his shawl? Anyone? Yes, Miss Kai? The sun gave warmth, so the traveler felt hot and removed his shawl. Yes, absolutely. The traveler felt warm because of the temperature increase to make himself feel warm and hot. Thank you, Miss Kai, for your answer. Let's give her a very good clap, everyone. 1, 2, 3. 1. And let me give the floor to Ma'am Teresa.
Good morning, class!
Good morning, ma'am.
How did the activities go earlier?
Good. It was fun.
Okay, it's great to hear that. Are you still energized and ready to delve into our discussion today?
Yes.
Alright. Today we will discuss about fact, opinion, reality, and fantasy. But before that, I will ask your own idea about fact, opinion, fantasy, and reality. So, Miss Joyce, may I know your idea regarding fact?
A fact is a true, it is based on a true event, meaning that there is evidence to support that event.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Joyce. Let's give Miss Joyce a wow clap. Do you know how to do a wow clap?
No.
Okay, it goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. Now, when we say fact, fact is a statement that can be verified as true. It is based on data or evidence. So, it is observable and objective. In simpler terms, fact is when there is something that can be proven true, or it is really based or is supported with statistics, numbers, or information that can be verified. Is it understood?
Yes, ma'am.
I have here an example of fact. May I request Miss Alas to please read the example?
The Philippines is composed of more than 7,000 islands.
Okay, thank you, Miss Alas. So we all know that the Philippines has over thousands of islands, right?
Yes.
So it is a fact because it is supported with evidence. Is the fact clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now, how about your idea about opinion, Miss Kimberly?
When we say opinion, it is based on your own interpretation or perspectives.
Okay, thank you so much. So when we say opinion, an opinion is a personal belief. It's your own. It relates to how someone feels about something. It is subjective as it is based on person's judgment, preference, and attitude. So when we say subjective, we have different interpretation or different sayings about something, or we have different perspective about something or someone. So I have here an example of an opinion. Let me read. Adobo is the best Filipino food. So what do you think makes this sentence an opinion? Ms. Galagar.
I think it is an opinion because not all people perceive that adobo is the best Filipino food.
Thank you so much, Ms. Galagar. You are right. Because here in the sentence, it uses the word best, which is, it cannot be implied to everyone, or not every people or every Filipino can say that adobo is the best because they prepare other dishes rather than adobo. Anyway, anyways, those who answered my question will be given a reward after the discussion. Okay, how about reality? Do you have any idea what is reality? Mr. Charles? Reality.
Reality is based on real events.
Okay, thank you so much. Well, reality. Reality. Okay, when we say reality, it talks about things or situations that could happen in real life and in a state of things that exist. And based on the story, there's a thing that could really happen like the wind, like mga trees, and also the sun that hit at the warmth of the sun, right? It's stated there. So that is reality. It can happen. An example of it is students go to school to study. And it's realistic, right? We don't go to school to play, to do jobs. We are here to study. Is it clear for the reality part?
Yes, ma'am.
Very well. So how about fantasy? Miss Alas? What can you say about fantasy? What's your idea? Your time.
When you say fantasy, I think there's a events or somehow it does not exist in real life.
Yes, very well said. Because a fantasy tells characters or events that cannot happen in real life or just a product of imagination. Again, in the story The North Wind and the Sun, it states there that the wind and the sun had an argument about who is stronger. Can the sun and wind argue in real life?
No.
Yeah. So that's make it as a fantasy. Do you love fantasy?
Yes.
So people say, or like commonly, fantasy talks about mermaids, fairies, dragons, supernatural powers, gods, goddesses, and other unusual situations or things. So the when in simpler terms, fantasy is unrealistic. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Nanay. Now, we have here steps on how to spot a fact, opinion, fantasy, and reality. So, let me read to you. So, how to spot a fact? First, we can determine or we can say that it is a fact if it is a true and verifiable information, statement, or situations. Second, it has dates, numbers, and statistics. Third, is safe for everyone because it's a fact, it cannot be changed. Lastly, it is not based on feelings. Am I understood in that fact?
Yes.
Okay. The second one is to how to spot an opinion. So it is based on personal choice or feeling. Second, opinion uses adjective best, first, beautiful. If you guys still remember the example earlier about sa adobo as the best Filipino dish, right? So it uses an adjective which makes it an opinion. So next is, it is not true for all people because we have different ideas, different perspective about something. Lastly, I can't be argued with because since we have contrasting ideas, of course, there will be possibility that one person will argue with another about this idea. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now let's move on to reality and fantasy. So how to spot reality? First, we can look if it's possible in real life. It has characters and events that can exist, and it is based on facts and real experiences. So reality can really happen. And about fantasy, it is impossible in real life, has magic, powers, and talking animals, characters like fairies and dragons, and a product of imagination. Is this part clear as well?
Yes.
Clear as the sky?
Yes.
Very well. So, in conclusion, when we say fact, opinion, fantasy, and reality, these are things that I hope you learned something. Thank you so much. Ay, tapos na ako.
Basta pag thank you.
Okay, that's all for our discussion about fact, opinion, reality, and fantasy. And now I will give the floor to Mr. Arinal for the continuation.
Good morning, class.
Good morning, sir.
Are we good?
Yes.
Now that we've learned about facts, opinion, reality, and fantasy, can someone of you give each one example from the discussion? Yes? Yes, Kyle?
Each for the word.
Yes, each one.
Okay. An example for the tanay.
Let's have first fantasy. Who can give example from the discussion about fantasy? Yes?
Fairies. Mermaids.
Very good. Let's give Kai Dimari a good clap. G-O-O-D, G-O-O-D. Good, 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 good. How about reality? Yes, Miss Alas?
The traveler felt cold and
Alright, that is right. So let's give very good clap to Miss Alas. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, very good, very good, very good. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, very good, very good, very good. How about fact? Yes, Miss Albasan? Example of a fact.
Please undergo photosynthesis.
Good. And the last one, opinion. Who can give an example of an opinion? Yes, Miss Hannah.
example of opinion is adobo is the best food.
Nice. Let's give her 5 claps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, class, when we say fact, it is proven. However, when we say reality, it is possible. Meanwhile, fantasy, it is make-believe. And opinion, it is a personal idea. Now, class, I have one question. Why is it important to know the difference between fact, reality, opinion, and fantasy?
Sir, it's important to know these things so that we won't be fooled by fake news, and so we won't fight with our classmates if we have different opinions. Also, we can enjoy cartoons, but we know dragons are not real in real life situation or events.
Very good. Miss Jemery, let's give her a nice clap. N-I-C-A, nice, 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 nice. Alright, right now we are going to have another activity. Are you up for another activity?
Yes.
Now for the instruction of our activity, we have, the class will be divided into 2 groups. Each group will create a short and creative story on any topic. The story must show examples of fact, opinion, fantasy, and reality. Underline or label each part. Write your work in a manila paper and add simple designs or drawings. The first group to finish and present correctly will receive a prize. And you will provide, or you must have your EL. So here is the paper. But before that, let us first have our rubric. So, in this activity, you will be guided based on the criteria. For the content, 5 points. Story clearly shows fact, opinion, fantasy, and reality. So, 4 points. Story shows most of the required elements. 3 points. Story shows only some required elements. And 2 points. Story shows few or no required elements. For creativity, story is very creative and interesting. Story, 4 points for story is creative, 3 points for story shows little creativity, and 2 points for story lack creativity. For the organization, Ideas must be clear, organized, and easy to understand, 5 points. Ideas are mostly organized, 4 points. Ideas are somewhat unclear, 3 points. And ideas are disorganized, 2 points. And lastly, we have the presentation. Output is neat and well presented. Output is 5 points. Output is neat, 4 points. And output is slightly greasy, 3 points. And for output is greasy and hard to read, 2 points. So, are we clear, class?
Yes, sir.
We will now start. Now, since group 1 is the first to finish the activity, you will have one representative to read your output in front.
Go.
We now face your work. And now, may I have the representative from group 1 to please read the output and identify the fact, opinion, and reality, and also the funds.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am the representative of Group 1 and allow me to read this speech for you. Now, our title is The Tiny Star Socks. Lola hung tiny socks on her balcony. She said they made her feel great. One night, a whispering breeze folded one sock into a paper boat and set it sailing. In the morning, the missing sock was on the railing and a warm pebble sat where it had been. Now, we identified the Now we have identified the facts, opinions, fantasy, and the reality in our short story. So for the first line, it is a fact because Lola hung tiny socks on her balcony, which is very true. And in this part, she said they made her feel great. It is an opinion because being brave is your own action. And also, one night a whispering breeze folded one sock. It is a fantasy because a night does not whisper in the breeze. And for the last one is a reality because in the morning the missing sock was in the railing and a warm pebble sat where it had been because a pebble is real and also the railing. And that is all. Thank you.
Very good. Good one. Now let's give them a nice clap.
Nice.
Now it's your turn. Group 2. You have your representative to please read the output.
Okay, so we're in group 2. So our title is The Sky That's Gold. So let me read this to you. In Davao,
proceed to tallying your score. For group 1, if you see your for the content, story clearly shows fact, yes, opinion, fantasy, and reality. So 5 points. So 5 points. For group 2, the content is it complete? There is fact, opinion, fantasy, and reality also. So let's give them 5 points as well. So for the creativity, story is very creative and interesting. Alright. The 2 is, I think it's creative. So let's give them 5 points. So for the organization, ideas are clear, organized, and easy to understand. So for group 1, yes, it is organized and it can be seen at the back, right? Yes. So let's give them 5 points. And for group 2, so as you can see, it's not clear. Organization, group 2, as you can see, there is not the writings there is not clear. So as well as although it is organized and easy to understand, that there is the ideas must be clear or can be seen of the students. So let's give them 4 points. So for the presentation, output is neat and well presented. Alright, let's give them 5 points. So group 1 have a total points of 20, while group 2 have 19. As promised, I have here the 5. Since we are done with our activity, let us now proceed to the assessment part. So as per the direction, read each item carefully and choose the best answer. So class, you have to write your answer in the 1 point sheet of paper. Are we good? So let us now start the quiz. Number 1, which statement is a fact? A, the Philippines has the most beautiful beaches in Asia. B, the Philippines is composed of more than 7,000 islands. Letter C, island hopping is the best activity in the Philippines. And letter D, traveling by boat is always fun. Which is the fact among the choices? Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, next. For item number 2, sinigang is the tastiest Filipino dish. This is an opinion because A, sinigang is a popular soup in the Philippines. B, it uses the word tastiest, which shows personal preferences. C, sinigang is often cooked with pork or shrimp. D, many Filipinos eat sinigang during lunch. Goods. Next, item number 3. Which statement cannot be proven true or false? A, the Philippines is divided into 17 regions. B, rice is the main staple food in the Philippines. C, waking up early is the best way to start the day. And D, Cagayan de Oro is located in Mindanao. Done? Okay, next. Item number 4. A student said science is an exciting science is taught in schools. B. Not all students find science exciting. C. Science includes experiments. And letter B. The statement is about a school subject. Done? Next. Item number 5. Which of these uses evidence that can be checked? A. Summer is Tikit is too hot and Tikit is too hot to play outside. B. Pag-asa recorded 38 degrees Celsius in Tikit last May. C. People should drink more water during summer. And D. I think May is the most hottest month of the year. Next. Item number 6. Which situation is an example of reality? A. Aniwata gives rice to farmers during harvest. B. Farmers use tarbos to plow fields before planting. C. A couple shares its tobacco with children at night. D. A tikbalang teaches students how to eat. Done? Yes. Item number 7. A talking parrot gave the directions to school. This is fantasy because parrots are
Color.
Item number 7. A talking parrot gave the girl directions to schools. This is fantasy because parrots are colorful birds. B. Some children walk to school. C. Birds cannot talk to give direction in real life. D. Schools are found in many barangays. Next, item number 8. Which event could happen in real life? A. A student finds a magic book that does homework. B. A student joins a clean-up drive along the river. C. A student backpack grows wings and flies away. And D. A student is chosen by fairy to save the forest. Next. Item number 9. What makes the story fantasy? A. It has characters who solve problems. B. It happens in a school or community. C. It includes supernatural powers or impossible events. D. It teaches a lesson at the end. For the last number, item number 10. After the flood, classmates shared their bound with those affected. This is reality because A. Floods can damage homes and schools. B. Sharing is a utility value. C. People can help each other during real problems. And D. Bound is good that students bring to school. So, are you all done?
Yes.
Can you pass the paper to the front? You? For your assignment, let's find a story. You have to find a short paragraph from a book, any reading book at home or in the library. Copy the paragraph on a sheet of paper, then identify the sentences and label each one as fact, opinion, fantasy, or reality. Submit your work list. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
So you will be guided with a graded work. Please take a picture of the given group. Okay. Before we end our class for today, let us go back to our journey of peace. Let us check if we've checked this one throughout our discussion, our lesson. So, letter A. Define fact, opinion, reality, and fantasy using their own words. So, did we do it? We define fact, opinion, reality, and fantasy, right?
Yes.
Okay. We achieve this one. Letter B. Show honesty by verifying information before accepting or sharing it as facts. Did we show honesty?
Yes.
Okay. So, and lastly, Actively participate in group activities by classifying statements and creating a short story that shows fact, opinion, fantasy, and reality. Those mentioned, we do it earlier, right?
Yes.
Now, class, may I request everyone to please stand for our closing prayer. May I request is that the
And Lord, please bow down our heads and feel the breath of name, Father and Son and Holy Spirit. Dear Lord, thank you for guiding us throughout this year. Thank you for the knowledge we have gained, the lessons we have learned, and the experiences we have shared. As we end this gathering, we ask for your continued guidance and wisdom in everything we do. Help us apply what we have learned in meaningful ways and give us strength to overcome the challenges ahead. Bless our teachers, classmates, and families, and keep us safe as we go our separate ways. May your love and peace remain in our hearts. Amen.
Class, thank you for your participation. You are now dismissed.
Goodbye.